Hello, welcome to Papa's Honey Acres. I'm Bill, and this is our small apiary at our home. And we're going to go back into Bee Happy this week. I'm hoping last week we had about 6.5 frames of brood in here, or bees in here. And I'm hoping that we've got some emerging brood and we'll see some growth in this hive. If not, hoping that the queen is continuing to expand her laying and brood in there, and that the bees are doing well. So let's get into this hive and see how we're doing. I took a look this morning at our observation hive. It's over in our shop, and hopeful to see some emerging brood there, but I didn't. And I think that even though those two, this hive and the observation hive, were started at the same time, I believe that the observation hive's queen didn't start laying when this one did, because when I saw her first starting to lay, I noticed that this one had some capped brood in it, and so thinking that that one got started earlier. And as I said before, these girls know how to glue stuff together. Very good at that. They use what's called propolis, and they seal up the hive with that. It is has some beneficial factors to it that help keep the bees healthy, and our divider board is evidently stuck to our top board here, which is not a problem. Let's get this thing opened up and see how we're doing. Good morning, girls. How's everybody in here? We have a few bees there. Just want to make sure we don't set our queen off and away from her nest. We'll see her there. And I did something different with the frame feeder, since I have had some problems with these. I took and made kind of some bee ladders in there. I know that you can buy those, but I just took some 1/8 inch mesh and put that on some 1x2s. That 1x2s sit at the top, and then I have some 1.25 holes drilled down through them with the mesh going down. I guess at 1-inch holes with the mesh going down in there, and hopefully that prevents any more drowning. Although as I look down in here, I see bees in there, but I don't see any drowned bees in there, so that's a good sign. And we're just gonna set this over here now. Get this off here, and I'm looking down here, and it's looking like I'm seeing 7 to 8 frames of bees here, so I'm still hopeful that we have some emerging brood in here, and that we can see that our population is growing now, that the queen has had time to lay, and the eggs have had a chance to, or not the eggs, but the brood is now emerging out of here. And they stick this stuff up really good. And again, we'll want to make sure. I can still see that we have a clean screen top on there, so they are not sealing that down, at least at this time. Let's set these girls on over here. Perhaps Again, I move slow through the hive to just give them opportunity to know I'm here. And if you move your hands quickly, they sometimes take that as threatening and will get alarmed and start protecting the colony. And we don't want that, because once a bee stings you, that bee is gonna die. It can only sting once, whereas wasps and hornets and some of the other can sting and keep on going. When they sting you, that part of their abdomen comes out, and also the sac that has the venom in it, and it continues to pump. So they are building on the 9th frame right now, which is really good. I'm thankful for that. And I can see that they're putting some of the stores of the syrup that I've been giving them, and I'm sure that they're collecting a little bit of nectar. And I know I've seen them coming in with pollen on their own, so that's good. And we'll continue on through here. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th frame, and like I say, last time they were on to the 6.5 frames for the next frame, the 7th frame, they were starting to work it. So we do see growth in here. That's a good sign. Doesn't necessarily mean they're emerging, but it does mean that they're continuing to expand the hive. So possibly when brood does come out, that they have room to grow there. Looking in here, our queen has been here because this is all laid out with eggs. And let's see if I see her on here. And I don't see her on this side. And let's see if this side has eggs as well. The eggs are a little tiny. Yes, this side has got eggs as well. Grains. Oh, yeah, there's. Oh. I saw two bees together, thinking that was our queen. They like little tiny grains of rice that sit down inside the cell, and they are eggs 3.5 days. I think I said this before, but there's eggs 3.5 days, and then they emerge, or they hatch out and become larvae, which we can usually see those a lot easier, especially as they get older, and then they get capped over, become brood, or become pupa, which is like a caterpillar from it turns into a butterfly or a moth or whatever, and so they're in kind of a cocoon state there, and then they will emerge on the 21st day, becoming a worker bee, which when they start out they are nurse bees, which tend to the larva that's in there, and also they tend to the queen, take care of her. And so I really don't need to go deeper, but I do want to get into the brood that we had in here. I'd like to see if that indeed is emerging. Boy, she has got this thing loaded with eggs. This frame is eggs on that side, eggs on this side. So we go into this hive next week, we are going to have probably capped pupa, which will be showing us the growth of this colony. So this one, I think, I can't remember, it's either this 6th frame or the 5th frame that had some of the earlier cappings on it, and so hoping to see some of them coming and new baby bees being emerged out. And this one again is the one that is the hardest one to get out. Let's see here. Excuse me, girls, don't let me pinch any of you here, okay? I wished I would have trimmed this frame up like I did the 4 that I've already pulled out of there, but it wasn't until about right here that I realized I had a problem there. And when you put these down on a corner, you want to make sure there's no bees under there. Well, this is capped brood, but I think this is a newer capped brood here. So here's our capped brood here. You see the capped brood on the bottom, the yellowish, and then we have the capped, probably syrup and nectar that we've been feeding them up on top. And so that's good. And this one has the larvae in there. Hopefully that shows up on the camera here. And some capped brood at the bottom there. And the girls are just working and working. Something I've been curious in, well, that's Lucy, our goose, in the background there, and she seems to think every time I'm talking to her, and so she has to put in her 2 cents and tell me what I'm doing wrong. And I lost train of thought where I was going or what I was saying there. Okay, girls, can I? Whoops. And they do let you know when you put your finger on them. They give you a little buzz with their wings, and so you've got an instant there that they said, okay, I'm giving you a warning here, so let's stop with the pressure, and if not, I'm gonna let you know about it. So here we've got some capped brood, which is a little older. I still don't see any signs of emerging bees here, and this side is mostly feed. And next one's got a lot of capped brood on it as well. And when I open this up, they've got a little crazy comb on this side here that they're now working to clean up, because when you do that, it tears, and the honey starts dripping down into the bottom of the hive. Haven't had to put any smoke on these girls, and that's always nice. Last week after I stopped the video, I did put smoke on them because I wanted them to be down and out of harm's way when I put the tops back on. And I'll probably smoke them again at the tail end of this just to get them down. And I want to give them some pollen. I didn't give them pollen last week, but since there is such a quantity here, the pollen, we still have a small nectar flow. The sweet white clover, I've noticed some goldenrod, and a few other flowering things out there that are still going. Again, I see capped brood here. I don't know if these are cells that she's missed or if these are cells that have emerged. There's one girl there that is a newly, is a baby. She's real light in color, and she's got her head down in one of the cells, so she has emerged. And so we do have some emerging bees here. See if we can see any signs of merging on this side. I don't see any, but I do see another fuzzy bee there walking around. So again, we know when we have little fuzzy light colored bees, those are our new daughters that the queen has reared, and I see a few of them in here, so we are expanding. Yay! These girls, hopefully this long Langstroth hive does everything that I'm hoping it will, and that is that okay girls, they can overwinter in this really well, come out strong in the come on girls, come on, I need to close you up here, come on. So we come out strong in the spring, and with that we can possibly get some honey off this hive next year. That's what I'm hoping. And this year I'm just wanting to get them strong going into the winter. And we have to really watch the varroa. You can do alcohol washes, which is, unfortunately, you kill about 300 bees to save a colony, which is thousands of bees. But an alcohol wash shows you your mite load that's in the colony. In a colony of bees, in a 300 mite wash, we have an emerging bee on this one here. She is right in the center there. Hopefully that's the center. I can't tell where the camera's focusing on. She's got her head coming out of the comb there. So happy birthday, girl. And we have another one up there. So yay, we are growing. And praise Jesus. Lots of bee bread and honey stores here. So I got to see what I wanted to see here, emerging brood. And so I am going to button these girls back up again, let them continue doing a really good job. Oh, watch out, girl, I'm so sorry. Watch out. It's so hard when you have so many bees to be able to watch everything, but I try to watch the two corners. And unfortunately, when you get some of this crazy comb, which is kind of built out a little bit, sometimes they get kind of in the way there, which unfortunately, there's one right there that I didn't get. Yay. So, looking good, girls. You continue on doing what you're doing. Thank you, Miss Queen. Anybody has any ideas what we could name this queen? Leave them in the comments below. And also, if you like what you see, I've never said this before, I'd appreciate if you'd subscribe, maybe hit the like button and thumbs up. And also, if you subscribe, if you would hit that little bell there, it will tell you when the next upcoming video is available for watch, and you'll be able to see it when it comes out. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close up the hive, feed these girls, and we will go back in and see how they're doing next week. I'm going to take a look at our top bar hive yet, see how those girls are doing. I've been feeding them every week, and so hopefully doing well. So till we see you again, you take care. Hope you're blessed, and Lord willing, we'll see you next week. Bye.